Ever wondered if you need to hand over your social security number just to buy some Bitcoin? It's a question that pops up a lot, especially as more people dip their toes into the world of cryptocurrency. It feels a bit like a catch-22, right? You want to be part of this exciting new financial landscape, but you're also wary about sharing sensitive information. And let's be honest, social security numbers are about as sensitive as it gets. So, does Kraken, one of the big names in crypto exchanges, actually require your SSN? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Before we get into the specifics of Kraken, let's zoom out for a second and talk about why these questions even exist. Why would a crypto exchange, or any financial institution for that matter, need such a personal piece of information? It all boils down to regulations. Governments around the world are trying to keep up with the rapid growth of cryptocurrency, and one of their main concerns is preventing things like money laundering and tax evasion. These are serious issues, and regulations like Know Your Customer, KYC, and Anti-Money Laundering, AML, are designed to combat them. KYC, as the name suggests, is all about knowing your customer. Financial institutions, including some crypto exchanges, are required to verify the identities of their users. This helps to ensure that the people using these platforms are who they say they are, and that they're not involved in any illegal activities. AML regulations go hand in hand with KYC, focusing on preventing the flow of illicit funds through the financial system. These regulations often require institutions to collect and verify certain personal information, and sometimes that includes a social security number. Now, back to the burning question, does Kraken require your SSN? The short answer is, it depends. It's not a simple yes or no. Kraken, like many other regulated exchanges, operates under these KYC and AML guidelines. This means they need to verify the identities of their users. However, the specific information they require can vary depending on a few factors. One of the biggest factors is your location. Regulations differ from country to country, and even from state to state within the U.S. What's required in California might be different from what's required in New York. So, where you live plays a significant role in what information Kraken needs from you. Another factor is your level of activity on the platform. If you're just starting out and making small trades, you might not need to provide as much information as someone who's making large transactions or using more advanced features. Kraken, like many exchanges, often has different tiers of verification. The higher the tier, the more features you unlock, but also the more information you'll likely need to provide. So, while Kraken might not always require your SSN for basic account verification, there's a good chance they will if you want to access higher trading limits or certain features. They might also require it if you're a resident of a particular jurisdiction where it's mandated by law. Now, I know what you're thinking. Even if it's sometimes required, is it really necessary? Why can't they just use something else to verify my identity? That's a valid question. The truth is, social security numbers are a widely used form of identification in the United States, and they're often used by financial institutions for verification purposes. It's a system that's been in place for a long time, and while there are definitely concerns about its security and privacy implications, it's still the standard in many cases. However, it's also important to remember that Kraken and other reputable exchanges have a responsibility to protect your data. They use encryption and other security measures to safeguard the information you provide. They're also subject to data privacy laws and regulations, which are designed to prevent the misuse of personal information. If you're still uncomfortable providing your SSN, that's perfectly understandable. It's always a good idea to be cautious about sharing sensitive information. One thing you can do is contact Kraken's customer support directly. They can provide you with the most up-to-date information on their verification requirements for your specific location and level of activity. They can also answer any questions you have about their data security practices. Another option is to explore other cryptocurrency exchanges. While most regulated exchanges will have some form of KYC/AML requirements, the specific information they request might vary. You might be able to find an exchange that requires less sensitive information, at least for basic account verification. However, keep in mind that using an unregulated exchange comes with its own set of risks. It's crucial to do your research and choose a platform that's reputable and secure. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to provide your SSN to Kraken or any other exchange is a personal one. You need to weigh the benefits of using the platform against the potential risks of sharing your information. Consider your own comfort level with data privacy, as well as the specific requirements of the exchange and your own trading activity. Before you make any decisions, it's also a good idea to familiarize yourself with the privacy policies of any exchange you're considering. These policies should explain how the exchange collects, uses, and protects your personal information. Look for clear and concise language, and pay attention to any details about data sharing or third-party access. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about the regulations, the verification processes, and the privacy policies of cryptocurrency exchanges, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions. Don't hesitate to ask questions, do your research, and explore different options until you find a platform that meets your needs and your comfort level. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.